This is my type of golf here, shaping shots and trying to hit lines. Let's go! Everybody, Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we're actually out here at Johnson Hills Park. This is a 18-hole course in Ohio, actually. This is one of the last courses that is actually on my list to play. This one is one that I put up on my Instagram story before, a poll about playing Johnson Hills or going to Lincoln Ridge. Most people always pick Lincoln Ridge. So I'm excited to actually see what this course has to offer out here. I know that it used to only be a 9-hole course, but I guess they put an additional 9 holes in now, back in the woods actually. So it should be pretty fun. I believe the front 9 is going to be a little bit easier than the back 9. I've read some of the U-Disc reviews and things like that, and I saw that the back looks a little bit more difficult than the front. But we're gonna get into this and see how good we can actually shoot out here today. So let's get into it. Hole 1 here at Johnson Hills is going to be 375 feet, par 4. You can see the basket right down there. Let's start off the round as we usually do if there's a long hole with the S-Line DD3 here. I'm gonna pump it out to the left side here. Hopefully we get this thing over the 300 mark so we can have a close look at an eagle to start out the round. I have the greatest first drive off the tee here, but with the open hole like this and a par 4, 375, should be able to get an up and down pretty easy actually to hit a birdie to start off the round. This course on U-Disc is actually rated probably, I think it's like 4.2 or 4.4, but I'm super excited to get back into the woods actually. These open holes aren't my favorite, to be honest with you, but we'll see what we can do here and try and pick up a birdie here. We got probably just under 100 feet here. I'm gonna give this thing a run at the basket, see if we can put it in the basket for an eagle. Went a little far past the basket. All right, we'll start the round off with the par. I thought I put it a little bit closer to the basket actually. I was kind of tucked into the brush back there, but we'll take the par and move on to hole 2. If I sound a little bit different out here today, it's actually because my allergies out here are extremely bad right now. We've had some like weird weather here in Ohio actually. It's either like 90 plus degrees or it's a little bit cooler out. So it messes with my allergies. So if I sound a little weird out here today, that's why. It's extremely hot out here as well. It's probably like 90, 91 degrees out here today. So we're gonna try and see what we can do. Hopefully not overheat too much out here. 275 feet, par 3. Pretty wide open. You can see the basket right there. I really want to get a birdie early on here in this round. A lot of times in our rounds lately, we haven't been getting birdies very early on in the round. So I'm going to take my DD3 again, and I'm going to pump this thing out there just off to the left side and hopefully get something really, really close to the basket so we can get an early birdie here. Dang, early release there, unfortunately hit that tree. It's gonna be an open look for the par, but we're gonna try and give it a run for the birdie. Yesterday I actually played Lincoln Ridge. I had a great time out there. If you haven't watched the Lincoln Ridge round yet, I'll link that, the front 9 up in the cards up above. I had a really good time out there. We had a few ace runs on the front 9. Had a little bit of a difficulty on the back 9 or back 10, whatever you want to call it. But either way, that was a super fun round. We actually ended up shooting negative out there, which is what we're going to try and do here today. Definitely need to get off the tee a little bit better than we have so far, but we'll see what we can do here. That's it. All right, just a little past the basket. There we go. I've actually been thinking about for the channel is a road to double digits. So a lot of the rounds out here when we play 18 holes, we don't necessarily, I rarely get to double digits actually on a round of 18. I don't really include the small 9-hole courses that you play through twice. It's trying to get the double digit scores. So maybe we'll do something like that for the channel, road to double digit negative scores out here. This is probably a good course to try this on actually. So hopefully we can get towards that double digit amount. All right, we are officially in the woods here at Johnson Hills. We're on hole 3. It's going to be 400 feet, par 4 actually. This looks like a very difficult hole, very demanding tee shot. So we're gonna see what we can actually do here. I'm gonna imagine that you're gonna want something to push through those initial trees off to the left a little bit. We're gonna take our trusty Leopard 3 here. Hopefully get something out there pretty straight and have a slight finish towards the end. Hey. Oh, that looked like a really good line. I just pushed it too far, hit that initial tree out there. We're gonna go take a look and see what we got. A third hole here, and I'm already really liking this course actually. They got wood chips down throughout the fairway. Nicely, looks like it's maintained really well out here actually. So yeah, I'm super excited to see the rest of this course and what it has to offer. I love playing in the woods like this. This is my type of golf here, shaping shots and trying to hit lines. So we'll see where we ended up after we hit that tree off our drive and see if we can get up and down to either get a birdie or hopefully get up there just to hit the par. Actually ended up right there, and then you can see the basket is uphill right up there. I think I'm gonna have to flex something out with my Firebird, try and get this thing up the hill as much as I can. We got a really awkward lie here actually. Nice, we actually hit the gap that I wanted. We ended up in the fairway. We're gonna have a look at a jump putt probably for the birdie. Let's go, that's a huge birdie putt. Let's go, I'm so stoked on that. Absolute huge jump putt to get the birdie here on the 400 wooded hole, par 4. Look at that. Let's go. That is a huge birdie. Birdie on hole 3, super stoked on that. We are moving on to hole 4 here now, 225 feet, par 3. It's gonna be straight down the hill. You're gonna wanna miss all these initial trees, and then the basket is gonna be tucked off just down there to the right. I'm actually going to take my 750 A3 and do a little standstill flex forehand shot here. I think that's gonna be a little short, but we might have a look at the basket. Let's go, that's another huge putt. Wow. Another huge putt back on hole 4. That's 2 birdies in a row now. Let's see if we can keep the birdie train going here on hole 5. This one is going to be down the hill, just right there. 155 feet from the short pad. We're playing the short pads here today. I'm gonna take the newest addition to the bag. This thing's definitely staying in the bag now. My Big Z Fierce. I know I showed that over on the round at Lincoln Ridge. I said I didn't know if it was actually going to stay or not, but definitely gonna stay now. 155 feet. We're gonna try and give this thing an ace run. Sit. Nice run at it. Not an ace run, but we'll definitely have a look for a birdie. Videos you guys have all heard me talk about that I wish I was better at putting or needed to get better at putting. Today so far, we've hit a huge jump putt. We probably hit a 45 or 50 footer for a birdie on the last hole. So the putting's working today. I don't know what I did. Must have ate my Wheaties this morning or something, but it's feeling really good out here. And I'm hoping that we can get to that double-digit score. There we go, another birdie. Got another birdie. That's gonna be 3 birdies in a row now. 3 birdies in a row. Let's see if we can continue the birdie train here. We're gonna be on hole 6, and it's gonna be a par 3, 215 feet, uphill, right there. I'm sticking with my trusty Big Z Fierce here. I'm gonna give this thing a little bit of height so we can make sure that we get up that hill there. Get up that hill. Ooh, we're gonna be a little short and have an uphill putt for the birdie. Oh, just off to the right. Hole 7, 285 feet, par 4, straight uphill. Try and see if I can get the bat. You can see the top of the basket right there. This says it's a par 4 on the sign, and like I've always said, we're gonna play to what the sign says or what UDisc says. Realistically, it's more like a par 3, but I'm gonna take an understable or neutral type of disc, my green P-Line FD. try and hit this gap here and put something up the hill. Didn't give it enough height at all. We're gonna be off in the left rough right there. Super uphill type of holes are some of the most difficult for me. I don't know what it is. I just can't get the disc to get up in the air and have enough time to do what it needs to do to get up to this flat. I'm gonna have to work on that a lot, because that's a lot of what Ohio and Kentucky golf is. There's a lot of uphill, super steep uphill type of holes. We're gonna be off in the left rough here, but we should be able to get up and down. Absolutely parked that up shot. There we go, we'll take that birdie. 225 feet, par 3. Basket is right there. We're sticking with the Big Z Fierce. I'm loving this disc right now on these shorter type of holes where you gotta hit a line. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing super close to the basket. Going. Ooh, gonna be off to the left, but they gave it the ace run a little bit there. Talk about that disc a lot, the Big Z Fierce. I highly recommend picking one up. And what I actually did, I actually loved that disc so much when we threw it at Lincoln Ridge. I went and bought 3 more. I bought another blue one, 2 purple ones. So maybe actually for our first giveaway on the channel here, I'll have to figure out the details and everything like that. Maybe I'll do a giveaway for one of the Big Z Fierces that I just picked up, which would be super cool. It's super nice disc, and I can guarantee anybody that's newer or even intermediate can use a disc like that. Oh. There we go. We'll take a par going into the final hole here at Johnson Hills. 9, the final hole here on the front 9 at Johnson Hills. So it's going to be a par 3, 220 feet, hard dog-leg to the right. I think the Firebird's gonna be a little bit too fast here for this hole. Actually, I saw the gap that we have to hit when I was walking up here. So I'm gonna take my new 750 A3. This one seems a little bit more stable than the other A3 that you typically see me throw. We're gonna try and get this birdie for this final hole here. Dang, I pushed way too far straight. I need a little bit more hyzer on that. We're gonna have to take a look and see where we ended up. All right, we ended up, you can see the basket right there. We're gonna have a long jump putt to hit this birdie. Oh my gosh. We gave that such a good run. I thought that was going in. That is going to conclude the front 9 here at Johnson Hills. I've had an amazing time out here so far. I'm absolutely loving this course so far. Right now we are actually 4 down through the front 9, which is pretty good for a new course and a shorter course like this. I believe going into the back 9, actually the holes are going to get a little bit more difficult, but we're gonna see how well we can actually shoot out here and hopefully get to that negative double digits number out here. We only got to make up 6 stroke on the back. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me out on the course. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like down below. Comment what you think about Johnson Hills so far and what you think I'm actually going to end up shooting, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can see all the content that we are putting out here. Thank you again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.